speech titled Age is No Barrier, and a warning bell at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Please join me in welcoming Gardner.
Why don't people protect their rights? Why don't people protect their world? Why don't people fight injustice? I'll tell you why. Because of their age. Thinking that you might be too young stops people fulfilling their potential. But what most people need to understand is that, in fact, age is not a barrier. Age shouldn't stop you from having a voice. Firstly, age shouldn't stop you from having a voice. There is a brave education activist called Malala Yousafzai, who grew up in Swat Valley, Pakistan. When she was 10, the Taliban took control and it started enforcing new rules. The terrorists were against education for girls and would attack schools every day. Malala knew that this was terribly wrong and had started criticizing the Taliban regime. At one point, she even got shot on the left side of her forehead by the Taliban on the way home from school on the school bus. Luckily, she survived, and because of her bravery and efforts to make peace, at the age of 17, she became the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize Award, and even became the youngest person to become the United Nations Messenger of Peace. Malala Yousafzai demonstrates that you can have a voice. You can fight for what is right, no matter what age you are. And Malala is just one of the many people who don't let their age be a barrier. She shows that her young age doesn't stop her from fighting for education. Therefore, age is no barrier to having a voice, and no barrier to fighting for what is right. Furthermore, being too young shouldn't stop you from protecting your world. There are many things that are harming our world. Deforestation, global warming, pollution. And if you have a passion to protect the world, being too young shouldn't stop you. If you don't speak up and help, then who will? And there are many people who don't let age be a barrier in our community. Anjali Sharma is an Australian climate activist. She became an activist at the age of 12 and is now 20 years old. She had a passion for protecting the environment and stopping climate change, and she seized a great opportunity to do so. She participated in the School Strikes for Change, which had been created by Greta Thunberg. Anjali Sharma took the Australian federal government and Minister for the Environment at the time, Susan Ley, to the Federal Court of Australia in a class action. She was the lead litigant, together with 7 other school students and a nun, Sister Bridget Parker. Anjali displays courage, bravery, and proves that age is not a barrier. Age should never stop you from doing what is right. After all, age is just a number. Subsequently, age shouldn't stop anyone from fighting against injustice. An 8-year-old, Amariana Copeland, sent a note to President Obama explaining the need for clean drinking water in Flint, a city in Michigan, which was faced with one of the worst water crises in American history. Now, she is 16 years old. She has spent 8.5 years fighting for one of the most basic as her entire community, including thousands of children, were exposed to toxic drinking water, and none of the adults in charge were doing anything to fix it. She even has had meetings with President Joe Biden and has been able to provide over 1 million bottles of clean water to her community. Mari Copney proves that age is no barrier, especially when fighting against injustice. She knew that she, her community, and the thousands of children in it deserved to have access to clean drinking water. So, she didn't give up. She didn't get disheartened, and neither should anyone else when fighting against injustice. As Jackie Joyner Jersey once said, "Age is no barrier. It is a limitation you put on your mind. So don't let age put limits on what you can or can't do. Don't let age be a barrier." Thank you.